What it do, YouTube? It's SS, and I'm back with another video on this one right here. This one right here. Well, let me tell you about this one. This team right here got me 13-2. I've been running this team for a good while now. Maybe not a good while, but for a few days now. Um, Cubone, obviously, or not Cubone, but Marowak, super strong. Looking for a Cubone here to evolve into the Cancel Marowak. I do believe I end up choosing this one. Yeah, I do choose that one. Um, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz. If you guys are not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. We are close to 200. I would really appreciate it and hope to continue growing the channel. So yeah, once again, these battles were done on my Twitch. Link in the description as always. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, watch these battles happen in real time, interact with me, chat with me as they do happen in real time. Link in the description as always. As we do hop into the first battle, we're gonna see that I do end up catching a Bulbasaur here. Why is this in the Bulbasaur? Um, then I catch a Venonat. Okay, I thought we were gonna get into the battles, but apparently we're gonna do a little bit of some catching here, and then we're gonna get into the battles. As soon as yeah, there we go. All right, now we're queuing up. Um, let's see. Our first battle, we're gonna see Dunsparce into Ariados, and this is actually really good for the Dunsparce. They're gonna switch out into a Quagsire. Quagsire is gonna get met with my Whimsicott. Whimsicott going to be able to farm up a little bit extra energy here. They're gonna throw the Stone Edge, which is fine. We can live it. Gonna be able to farm up where they get to the Aqua Tail here. Gonna try to throw in CMP, but they don't throw, which is very fine with me. Gonna be able to make it to Moonblast here. Moonblast is gonna do some good damage to the Ariados, even though um it is resisted, and then gonna come back into my Dunsparce. Dunsparce going to be able to farm up energy here. They're gonna get hit with another lunge, which is fine. Gonna go ahead and let it go through. And at this point, I am gonna over farm here a little bit and then throw the energy. Do want to throw it just in case they do have a cross poison. Could be Trailblaze, but either way, I'm gonna try to get it out the way. And then in the back, there's a Charger Bus. Charger Bus going to be able to throw their move here, but it is resisted, I do believe. No, it's not resisted. It is neutral. But either way, it's not going to do enough damage here. And then we are going to be able to make it to Bone Club. We're at the next Bone Club here after we throw on good timing. And then Bone Club is going to get the next shield. They do throw on bad timing, giving me a free turn of energy, which is really good. And then now we do make it to the next Mud Bomb here. Mud Bomb going to be enough to KO. Probably could have just went for the 2 shield farm down, but I was already at the moves. Might as well just throw him right. At this point, we do see a Dugong in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually really good for the Dunsparce if we win CMP. But unfortunately, this Dugong is very bad, and they win CMP. Knowing this, I am going to be able to throw right before they get to the next move because I don't want to get debuffed once again before I'm able to throw my move. And they do this very nice catch on, I don't know what it was, a Carbink, which is fine. Going to be able to come into my Whimsicott gonna be able to throw these seed bombs. Seed bombs gonna be able to do some good damage. Super effective as well. I do CMP them here. Baptize the Captai. They do throw the Rock Slide, which is fine. Gonna over farm here a little bit of extra energy. Get to back. Going to go ahead and throw. See what they want to do at this point. And they do let it go. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and throw right away. They come back into the Dugong. Dugong is going to get the farm down. I do not want to switch. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and shield this. And then I do believe the next one I probably do end up letting go through. If they let me get to the next one, let's see. They are over farming here, which is fine. They throw right away. If I live this, I'm going to switch out immediately so I can farm down. No, I don't switch out immediately. They end up switching out into Mandy Buzz. Mandy Buzz going to be able to throw this aerial ace. I don't know why they went for the aerial ace there. But now I am going to go ahead and CMP them on the next move. Rock Slide going to do a little bit of some good damage. Now I am going to go ahead and let this go through. Yep, foul play this time, and now I should be able to CMP them again, but I don't go for the CMP tie. And now at this point, I think they try to catch, but they don't end up catching. And then now this game is pretty much over. Dugong comes back in, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Bone Club right away. And then they Mandibus comes back in, going to be able to throw this Rock Slide. And then at this point, I'm just gonna try to catch, show them how a catch is done, and I do end up catching this time, and we're gonna be able to must slap down the Mandibuzz and take that game. As we do go into the next battle, we're gonna see Dunsparce in the lead up against a Quagsire, and this is Clodsire, not Quagsire, Clodsire. This is actually good, pretty good for Dunsparce. If they do go for a bait and then the earthquake, you are able to live it if you are a very good Dunsparce. This is a rank 2 Dunsparce, so if they go for earthquake again, we do not live it. If they go for the Stone Edge, we will live it, as you guys will see here in a bit. If they go for the Stone Edge, we're going to go ahead and let this go through. If it's the Stone Edge, so be it. And it is the Stone Edge. I meant the earthquake, but it is actually just a bait. We're going to be able to make a 2 move here. If they want to shield, they will shield, which is fine with me. And now at this point, I'm going to be able to mud slap him down. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's the earthquake, that's fine. It is the earthquake, and then now in the back there is a for alligator, and I'm just gonna go straight for the rock slide here. Probably should just win mud bomb, but they actually no shield, which is actually really good for me. And in the back there is a Lowland Ninetales, which is really bad for my Whimsicott, but going to be able to throw a move here. At this point, gonna go ahead and let this go through. No, shield. We do shield, and then I'm at the move, so gonna go ahead and throw it right away. This looks like it might have been CMP tie. If it is, that's probably the best case scenario. Gonna go ahead and let this go through at this point. They do undercharge it. Gonna go ahead and switch out, try to get the farm down. Do not get the farm down, and they are actually going to be able to farm me down. And unfortunately for me, I am going to end up losing that game. As we do see Dunsparce up against Downfin. This is actually, I'm not too sure how this matchup goes, but we're about to see. Well, it looks like Dunsparce is going to be able to KO with two drill runs. So in the ones, in the zeros, Dunsparce probably wins, but in the ones, I'm not too sure. Probably still wins it. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Get shield advantage. Gonna go ahead and let this go through as well. If they make it to another body slam, gonna go ahead and let it go through as well. No. Gonna go ahead and shield this one, right? No, we do let it go through. Okay. Um, and then we don't make it to a move. I'm gonna go ahead and farm down with Marowak, and then in the back is going to be a lowland sand slash. We're going to be able to farm up a lot of energy here. We actually get the farm down, which is actually really good for us. But we took a lot of damage. Are these poison jabs going to be enough to add up? Can we make it to enough mud bombs to KO this Toxapex? We're gonna go ahead and see here. Going to be able to make it to the next mud bomb here because of the farm down with the sand slash. And now we are one mud slash away, and we two shield flex for the game. Marowak, super strong into that team. And now we are going to see Dunsparce up against a Sand Slash. And this is actually pretty good for the Dunsparce, but they are running Powder Snow. So if it was Shadow Claw, it would be a lot better. I'm going to go ahead and let this first move go through. If it's a nice punch, so be it. And it is actually the ice punch. Gonna go ahead and farm up extra energy, swap out catch. They caught, I catch. This is how you catch. And now I am going to be able to farm up extra energy here. They get to the move. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's the rock slide, so be it. Doesn't really hurt that much, but it does, but it doesn't. Going to be able to farm up to 2 moves here back to back. If they want a shield, we got another one for them. They switch out into something that has ice. It's the sand slash, right? Going to be able to throw the Moonblast at this point. Gonna go Dunsparce. Gonna go ahead and throw right away. If they want to shield and keep this energy, that's fine with me. Going to go ahead and let this go through. If it's a nice punch, I do live it. I'm gonna switch out instantly, swap out into my cancel Marowak. Cancel Marowak going to get met by a Wish Cash. And since we're up shields, this is actually pretty good for us. Going to be able to make it to a move, and then I am going to go ahead and shield this up. They do throw the mud bomb, which is fine. One and throw for good timing, and we're going to see what they want to do here. Do they want to shield? They do want to shield, which is fine with me. Going to go ahead and shield this as well. And now I believe I should be able to farm down completely here, but they end up combo playing me, which is a very good play, and they actually end up living by a little bit of some HP, and now I do make it to Bone Club. Bone Club gonna be enough to KO, and we are going to be able to take that game as we do see that we go 4-1 in this first set. Like I said, I went 13-2, and you guys will see here as we do rank up to rank 10. And now Dunsparce up against another Sand Slash, and we probably already know what's in the back. And it is running Powder Snow, which is very interesting. They swap out into, might have been Gastrodon this time. We're going to see. It is the Gastrodon. Going to farm up extra energy, swap out into my Whimsicott, which is fine with me. we are gonna be able to resist everything well, not everything, but the body slam is neutral. But as you guys can see, it got nerfed and it does not do a lot of damage. It's gonna be able to farm up extra energy here, throw on good timing, see what they want to do. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield, which is fine with me. Going to be able to make it to a moonblast here with the energy that I have if they let me get to it. If they go for the farm down, but they end up throwing, which is fine with me. Going to come into my Dunsparce. We are already at one drill run, and I believe we are one away from the next drill run. So let's see, can we make it to? No, we are two away. Maybe there was one. I don't know. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Drill run. We are one away, and now we're gonna see what they want to do here. We're gonna instantly swap here into my Marowak, and then we get met with their own Marowak. But our Marowak has two shields, so we're gonna see what can we do here. Can we farm down completely? I think we have to go for the farm down. Shield, farm down all the way, and then throw the move on the Sand Slash. And we do get the farm down. They don't throw a move, which is very interesting to be honest. Um, we do make it to the move. Bone Club gonna be enough to KO, and we do end up winning that game as we do go to the next match. We're gonna see Orangaroo up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually pretty good for the Dunsparce. I do believe if we do shield it properly, I guess to be honest, I mean, you can no shield the first one. Obviously, they're probably gonna go for Trailblaze. Let's see, do they go for the Trailblaze? They do go for the Trailblaze. Do one and then throw for very good timing. And then now we're gonna see, do they want to shield this? Most likely they do. And since they shielded, I am going to shield as well, unless they end up doing a catch and they end up catching. Now, since they went to the Zoom roll, gonna come into my Whimsicott, going to overfarm here. Gonna go ahead and shield this first one up. And then now I am going to overfarm a little bit more. They end up throwing a play rough, so they probably don't have Ice Beam, which is fine with me. This is not going to be enough to KO, so this is why I threw right away, knowing that I can farm up extra energy here, throw on CMP time, and see what they want to do. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield, which is fine with me. They're going to come into a Ninetales, and Ninetales is going to get baited here. Do they want to shield this? And they do want to shield, which is very good for me. Now I'm going to be able to make it to the Moonblast here. Moonblast is going to do massive damage to the A9, to the Alolan Ninetales, and they realize that this game is over and they top left. GG's to my opponent. As we do go on to the next battle, we're going to see Mandy Buzz up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually really good for the Dunsparce. They're going to switch out into it for Alligator. Going to stay in for a little bit, try to make it to a move, but unfortunately for me, they do end up getting their move off first, which is, we do end up seeing P entire actually, so it's just, all right, not bad. I'm not too sure what's going on here. Going to take it off the Wi-Fi. Just switch out into my Whimsicott, and for some reason this is that, I guess that game they lagged out or whatever. I'm not too sure if they lagged out. I don't think they lagged out. More like they were just mad because I didn't switch out. But yeah, because you guys can see right here, if you guys made it this far, like the video. Um, don't be like this opponent. Don't be like this opponent. He should have already been back. So I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose. And he knows I can't must slap it down. So I got to go into my Dunsparce. That's why you see me going to the Dunsparce. And I don't want to throw a move just in case the game freezes or something. So this is the reason why I'm not throwing a move. Because I've had it where I do throw a move and it freezes. And then I end up losing the game because it froze. So yeah. So whenever you guys are in this case, just farm down. I would not throw a move. But like I said, they should have already been back to top left. I'm not too sure what happened there. Anyways, we're gonna see Dunsparce up against another Gyarados, and this is actually good for the Dunsparce. They're gonna switch out into it for Alligator. They're gonna try to make it to a move. This time try to catch, but I don't catch. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's the Ice Beam, so be it. They don't throw the Ice Beam. Gonna be able to make it to the Seed Bomb here. They do end up shielding, which is fine with me. Gonna be able to make it to another one. They end up throwing on CMP, or I end up throwing on CMP, which is fine with me. Gonna go ahead and shield, and then if they do end up farming me down, that's fine as well. Gonna keep the shield for my Marowak, obviously, and then gonna come into Dunsparce, and then I should be able to do one more and throw. Oh, I just throw right away. This is fine. I go for the right side. Reason being is because just in case they go for a catch there, um, this is going to be enough to KO anyways. And then Gyarados comes in. Trailblaze is going to hit for super effective, but it's not going to be enough to KO. and now they come into a Dunsparce, and this is kind of looking really bad for me, to be honest. We're gonna see what can we do here, and then I do end up shielding here. Gonna try to CMP them on the rock slide because I don't think a mud bomb would be enough to KO from that range. So rock slide is going to be enough to KO. We're two away from the rock slide. We're gonna be able to make it to the rock slide. Rock slide going to be enough to KO this Ariados, and we are going to be able to take that game. I'm telling you guys, super strong. Marowak is super strong. Now we are going to see Talonflame up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually really good for the Dunsparce. They're going to switch out into a Mud Slapper, their own Kanto Marowak, and now I do respond with my Whimsicott. Whimsicott going to be able to take a move. We're going to over farm here. We're going to pretty much have back-to-back moves here. We're going to see what they want to do. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield, which is fine with me. And I do believe that was CMP time. And now I'm going to go ahead and let this go through. We're going to over farm some more energy here. I'm at back-to-back seed bombs, so hopefully I can make it to a Moonblast on that Talonflame. And I don't make it to the Moonblast. We actually do get farmed down, but that's fine with me. Going to be able to do this, throw this Rock Slide. They do end up shielding, which is fine with me. Going to be able to farm up more energy as they do throw on good timing. And now they do make it to the Flame Charge, which is fine. Going to be able to throw a Rock Slide here. Do they want to shield? They do want to shield. And now at this point, I think I just go ahead and shield as well and farm down all the way completely. And we're going to see they come into Toxapex. Toxapex going to get met with my Cancel Marowak, Shadow Cancel Marowak, and then now I do believe this is CMP tie. I should just farm down all the way completely here because I am going to be able to live a Brian. Cancel Marowak, kind of tanky, but kind of not. And then I do believe I do one and throw, but they do end up top left and recognizing that I do end up winning that game. And we go 5-0 in this set, in the Stardust set. Let's go. Rank up to 11. And then now we are going to see Dunsparce up against a Carbink, and this is actually pretty good for the Dunsparce, as you guys will see here. Even if they throw the Moonblast, you don't really have to shield the first one. If you have a good one, obviously. This is a rank 2 Dunsparce. And now they are going to throw a move here. If it's the Moonblast, so be it. I'm not too scared of it. It is the Moonblast. Going to be able to farm up extra energy, and they tried to catch there, but unfortunately for them, all they caught was a Rock Slide. And then I am going to switch out into my Whimsicott. Whimsicott going to make them top left because they are super weak to the Whimsicott. And we're going to see Dunsparce up against a Gastrodon. And this is actually pretty bad for the Dunsparce. This is why I end up throwing right away. No, I don't throw right away. Well, I throw right before they make it to the Earth Power, I guess. And then now they are at the Earth Power. They're over farming. Going to go ahead and see P tie. Kind of wish I didn't see P tie there. But that is fine. Um, I can't get the bubbles for some reason, but they end up shielding, which is pretty good for me. Now I can come into my Whimsicott, hard wall this Gastrodon. Whatever they do here is whatever. I don't really care. Body Slam's not going to be enough to KO, as you guys see. They're going to need another Body Slam, I do believe. 2 more Body Slams. Going to be able to overfarm here. Going to go ahead and let this go through, and then probably do one and then throw the the seed bomb. Probably should have did 2 and throw, but this is fine. I'm gonna switch out into my cancel Marowak. They have air slash on the Mandibuzz, and this is actually looking really bad for me, to be honest. Going to be able to land the rock slide, and now I am gonna go ahead and shield this up. Most likely going to be the foul play. Oh, foul play. Okay, did not expect the foul play. I do go for the CMP tie here. We're gonna see what they want to do. Do they want to shield? They don't want to shield, which is very interesting. And now gonna go ahead and let this go through. And then in the back is for alligator, and I just don't win that. I just don't win that. And we're gonna go ahead and top left. A slash or lowland sand slash up against our Dunsparce. They switch out and catch on their Marowak, which is fine with me. Going to be able to switch out into my Whimsicott, and now they are going to go ahead and rock slide me, which is fine with me. Gonna throw on bad timing here because I do believe they make it to another move, and I want to make sure that I make it to. Is that Shadow Claw? That might be Shadow Claw. I want to make sure that I make it to the Moonblast, and this was actually CMP time, so this is really good for me. And now I do believe I'm going to switch out into my Cancel Marowak. Gonna go ahead and shield this up. This is pretty bad for me now. Um, do get the farm down, And then they got a Gastrodon in the back. Gastrodon gonna get hit with this mud bomb here. We're gonna see what they want to do. They do end up shielding, which is very interesting. Gonna try to catch the move here. We do end up catching the move, and now it is the Earth Power, which is fine with me. Gonna be able to make it to a drill run here. Do they want to shield this? We're gonna see. They do end up shielding, which is very interesting. Can I make it to another drill run here? Gonna go ahead and let this go through. Hoping I can make it to back to back bone clubs here, and I am at back to back. Let's see. Do they have another move? They do not. That's a mudslide going through. That's mud bomb is actually another KO. Very interesting. Thought that I needed to, but I guess I did not. Now we are gonna see Pangoro in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually pretty bad for the Dunsparce. Gonna switch out into my Marowak. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's the close combat, so be it. But it's not a close combat. They're gonna switch out into for alligator. For alligator's gonna get hit with this mud bomb. Do they want to shield? They do want to shield, and now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and shield as well. I'm gonna try to make it to another move here. Hopefully, I can make it to another one as well. Going to be able to throw the next mud bomb. Do they want to shield? Yes, they do want to shield. Gonna try to make it to another one. I don't make it to another one. Very unfortunate. And now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go through. At this point, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just sack Dunsparce. Gonna go ahead and let it go through. Like I said, at this point, just gonna go ahead and sack the Dunsparce. Gonna keep the move, switch out into my Whimsicott. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. I think at this point, I just go ahead straight for the farm down. They do close combat, which is fine with me. And then we're gonna see they come into an Aridos. This is actually not looking good for me. Not gonna lie. Oh man. Combo play. Ooh. We got the CMP tie. Gonna go ahead and shield this up. It is the lunge, which is fine. Rock Slide going to be enough to KO. Can we get the rollout? We get the rollout down, and we are going to be able to win that game. As we do go on to the next matchup, I do believe this is the last battle. If not, there might be one more, but this could be the last battle. Let's see. Jumpluff in the lead up against our Dunsparce, and this is actually pretty good for the Dunsparce. They're going to go ahead and let this go through. If it's the acrobatic, so be it. But it's just an energy ball, and then now I am going to be able to throw right after I do good timing. One and throw, one and then throw. They don't go for a catch, which is very interesting. Gonna go ahead and no shield that this time. Gonna go ahead and shield this time. See what they want to do. They do throw the energy ball. Gonna go ahead and farm up and throw on bad timing. Reason being is because I don't want them to get to another move. They do end up swapping out into for alligator, and then for alligator's gonna get hit with this drill run. They do end up shielding, which is very interesting. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. I have the Whimsicott. Whimsicott going to be able to come in here and make it to a move. Gonna go ahead and let this go through. If it's the ice beam, I can't really shield it. It is the ice beam, and now at this point, I need to farm down all the way completely and have something in the back that Marowak can completely beat. And we're gonna see if it is a Clodsire. Clodsire going to get hit with this mud bomb. Can we make it? We are already actually another one. I was hoping I can make it to two back to backs, but unfortunately I cannot because I do believe an earthquake might have been close to enough to KOing. But either way, that must slap was enough to KO. We go 4-1 in this set. Like I said, 13-2. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and I will see you guys on the next video.